Loveline. 1-800-LOVE. Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
Hey, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Tonight, our guest, when he arrives, is going to be none other than Ice-T, who's got himself a new CD out. And I guess we're going to hear something off that. We'll talk to him about that and Warped Tour and all that stuff. He should be in here momentarily, and until then, we'll go to the phone.
Hey, real quick, I've got Blink 182 on drdrew.com webcast tomorrow night, 8:30 Pacific time, 11:30 Eastern time.
Well, in that case, I got the Man Show coming on tonight at 10:30. I don't know what the Eastern time is, but it's on Comedy Central. All right?
You already plugged that one day ahead.
Touche. Here we go.
Whatever.
Kim,
Yes?
you're 23. What's up?
Well, I have a problem. I'm a dancer, right?
Modern, tap, ballet, interpretive. Uh-huh.
Exotic.
Exotic dance. Are you topless or totally nude?
Sometimes both.
Okay, so you show up with your pants on, but you take them off at some point in the evening?
Right.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I got my pants on, too, and then later on I'll have them off, so I guess that makes me one, too, right, Drew?
Yeah.
Okay. We all dance. What's up?
Okay. Sometimes I have a problem, or sometimes he get mad or whatever because, I'm not into it all the time. I know sometimes it could be because of my work, but...
Who are you talking about? Your boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there something turned on in the background, Kim?
Let me cut it off. There's the shower. I got a shower going.
Yeah, but I hear voices. Are there people in the shower?
No, there's no one in the shower.
Okay.
My teddy bear is just,
Ooh. Oh, boy. You got one of those amphibious teddy bears?
Yeah.
Oh, teddy bear,
That's bad.
it's a Pinsky sign.
All right. Hey, Kim?
Uh-huh.
So you work as an exotic dancer, you work at a strip club, and then you have a hard time being intimate with your boyfriend sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The reason is twofold. The reason that you're an exotic dancer is the reason you can't be intimate with him, and the fact that you're an exotic dancer also makes it difficult to be intimate with him. The fact that you were sexually or physically abused growing up, or at least sexually abused growing up, is what leads you to need to be empowered over men.
Were you sexually abused growing up?
No, a few older people tried to make passes, but I told my mother, though.
All right.
How old were you when you first started having sex?
I lost my virginity at 17.
Well, that's pretty old. And
Why do you say it like that, though?
Because I can barely remember.
What happened?
What do you mean, what happened?
What do you barely remember?
What do you mean?
Well,
Losing my
listen, hey, Kim.
It was a one-time thing.
Kim, we don't have time to go chase our tails
6
here.
years ago.
You're 23. You know when you lost your virginity.
And I told you, 17.
All right, but don't hem and haw about it then.
Don't.
And pretend like, well,
What
maybe
happened?
it's a little fuzzy. You know when you lost your virginity, 17.
Yeah, around 17.
No, she was saying
Around 17.
something happened
Right.
before that she was fuzzy about, say.
What about before that?
Before that what?
All right. Hey, Kim, we got to go.
Oh?
We can't go round and round unless you give us some answers.
What do you mean before? I don't understand.
All right. Did you ever have any sexual abuse or anything like that before 17?
No.
No. Okay. And nobody
Touched you, experiment.
Oh,
nothing like that. Okay. All right.
There was never any physical abuse of any kind?
no.
No.
Well, with my mother, though, she was angry a little bit,
Okay.
Well, she hit you all the time.
Yeah.
All right. And your
When
dad.
it was bad.
All right. Your dad's not around, right?
No.
All right. So maybe you try to control men a little bit through dancing, right?
And then what happens is
Yeah, but I don't, as of now, see, that's funny because I'm tired of it. And
Well,
I really don't want to do it, but, sometimes
money.
it pays the bills
The money.
and everything.
All right. Well, start moving into another career and see what happens.
you end up being resentful of men and hating them for colluding with you in this whole process, and so that makes you angry at your boyfriend too. And then I guarantee you, there's more here.
Yeah. Well, how is somebody at 23 sketchy on when she lost her virginity around 17?
Absurd.
All girls, I would venture to say that women under 30, and most over 30, but women under 30 would be able to tell you the date and the time and the age that they lost their virginity, and it would be a layup. Good. Ice-T is here, everybody. He's just showed up. He's sat down, and he's leaning into the microphone. He's talking right now.
Hello.
There. He is. Good to see you there, Ice-T.
Yeah, you guys still up to your... I'm watching you on TV now. I didn't know you... I was like, the radio's kind of got small time now, I guess.
No,
You were on TV with us.
Yeah, I've been on television with you, but I was like, okay, today when they told me I was coming, I was like, I didn't know what studio I was going to. It's like, you guys are big like that.
They're, Loveline is always shrouded in mystery. People aren't sure where the studio is or what they're doing or whether they should put their jewelry or makeup on.
What time to get there?
What time to get there? It's all a big mystery. It's like a maze that our guests have to work their way through. But I'm glad you're here.
People always come back, though. That's the best thing.
Yeah.
They do. I guess that's... well, actually, we don't talk about the ones that don't come back, so we don't really know. But Ice-T certainly is back, and it's been long overdue, so we're glad to see you. And I'm guessing they'll recruit you to do the TV show as well.
In fact, you could place Jimmy Kimmel tomorrow morning.
Hey, not my male lover. Come on. Ice-T is a guy who does movies. As a matter of fact, I turned on the TV the other night, and I saw Gary Busey hunting you with a crossbow.
Surviving the game.
That's right. He's a guy who does music. He's a guy who does acting, who does TV series. He's a bit of a renaissance man.
Basically, I'm just not turning down any jobs.
I didn't want to say that. Seventh Deadly Sin is the name of the new CD. It was out yesterday, and we're going to hear some stuff off of that.
Everybody didn't get yesterday. It's sold out already, so now you got to wait on the next CD.
That's it?
Yeah, it's sold out.
Every single one nationally has been
You
sold.
got to wait till the next CD comes out.
About a year and a half, you come up with another one?
And it sells out, the whole thing. We only get...
Well, then I got this one, and it's got to be worth more than $15 now.
No, there's some still in the store. They'll be there for a little while.
Well, they'll probably get more, but you'll want to get that first batch while they're hot.
Yeah, because my records have been known to get pulled off the shelves.
Well, is it different now? I mean, with the release of this CD and, let's say, the release of some of your other CDs in terms of what's being pulled off the shelf or
Most
what's
definitely.
being talked about?
Yeah, I mean, what's provocative a few years ago now is normal. People just take it with a grain of salt. It's not a big thing. Also, this record is being released on the internet also. That's one of the main things. We did a deal with Atomic Pop.
Hey, you got to come on my internet webcast.
I'm down. Everything I'm doing right now is interactive. So before you buy this record, they can go to atomicpop.com and they can hear the record. They can listen to every track on it.
Now, how does it work? Do you get to listen to just selected portions of each track?
Well, the artists we can put up records that they can download onto their computer for free.
Mm-hmm.
Because most artists, we don't care about giving a record away, letting people get a vibe. Nobody wants to sell a closed book.
Right.
Excuse me, we want you to have a chance to test it. And if they want to do an entire download, which is called an MP3 download, they can download this from computer to computer and never leave their house and have it on their computer and play it in these machines called Rio MP3 machines. It's just a whole new wave
You know
of
about this,
technology.
right? There's a little machine.
I have no idea. What is
But
it?
they only
It plays memory.
But they only last for a while, right? After a few weeks, it goes away. Kind of.
No, it stays on there forever. This is the way that people are going to hear music in the future. The CD will be something. It'll be just like a cassette. It'll be an option.
Right.
But that's one way, or else you can go on the internet and you can purchase it and have somebody bring it to your house the next day, or you can go down to Tower Records and buy it. It's a lot of,
Well, there's a certain... I don't know if anything will ever take the place of actually going to the store and going through that experience, because I always buy 5 CDs I wasn't planning on buying when I go to the store, because I walk past, I see the big cardboard cutout of Michael Bolton, I stop, and the next thing you know...
Right. Yeah, it's true. Going into a record store is a big thing, but then at the same time, a lot of people sit in front of their computers night and day, and they get and it's simple, I mean, some things are more fun done at home. I mean, remember they used to have the Pussycat Theater?
Yes.
Do it at home now.
That is true. And I've often said to Drew, imagine explaining to your kids one day, and if you won't have this conversation, I'll have it with them, that, listen, when your daddy was a young man, if we wanted to watch naked people having sex, we all showed up at a big theater and sat elbow to elbow and watched not 2 hours, 14 hours of sex. I mean, they'd have like 6, 7 features going
Exactly.
at these places. You'd walk in at noon and you'd walk out and it'd be 4:30 in the morning. You know, the street cleaner would be going by. And
I used to
trip
ditch
over
my
a
job
hobo.
and go
I
sit in there. And look
It's amazing, isn't it? And it'll be weird, especially with pornography, explaining why you would want to watch pornography somewhere other than your house, and how bizarre that was.
There was something a little bit different about watching pornography on the big screen.
Yes.
You know, it's like, things were big.
That's right. And also, I was just thinking about this.
Yeah, but
with
the
all
two of you get into the weirdest conversations every time.
All the internet stuff and everything. I was thinking about when there was a song I liked when I was a kid, I'd wait for it to come on the radio, and then when it came on, I would press the record on the crappy old tape deck and just put the tape deck next to the radio. And then you'd get yourself like a compilation tape off of the radio. Did you ever do that?
This is before the radios were even connected to the tape decks.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. They were like, it was a disaster. Drew, you ever do
They
that?
had them connected to the clock.
Yeah, but nowadays you just go on the internet, you surf it, you find the music you want, and a good thing about it is a lot of music won't make it to the radio, and
Right.
a lot of times, you'll put out an album, people will hear one single, and that may not reflect the album they want to buy. This way you can listen to the entire album, and especially with a hardcore group like myself or like Body Count, usually the record that comes on the radio doesn't really reflect the album. It's the more soft record or the more watered down record. So this is better for people that put out, like, let's say, provocative music.
Right. And there's no rules, there's no editing.
Yeah.
All right, we will hear the watered-down version of Seventh
That's
Deadly
one of the
Sin.
nice things about the web. There's no rules.
At this point.
The courts are not inclined to do much at this point.
In certain countries right now, you can't go online to certain places. They can block out things, and they're going to take all the sex sites and make it so it's not www dot, whatever, to be XXX.
Well, that's good.
So then you can block out
That's good.
XX. Yeah, a lot of things are going to change. Believe me, they don't let you get too loose in this country, period.
Yeah, well, listen, hold on, Ice-T. You're pretty loose. I mean, I know the man has given you a certain amount of trouble over the years, but you're pretty loose. I mean, you're doing what you want, right?
Yeah, you just got to learn the rules. You got to learn how to get what you want done, and you learn. You live, you learn. I know what I'm doing now, so
Yeah, but
I probably won't go to jail for this album, but maybe,
But don't you think, in a way,
get tax audited or something.
part of there needs to be an envelope to push on, otherwise you're not pushing on anything. I mean, there needs to be a sort of status quo and a norm and some people to offend, and you and I'd both be out of a job if nobody cared.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So in a way, sometimes I think it's like an army needs another army to do battle with.
Yeah.
And otherwise, you're just going to be sitting in the fort.
Well, the net is wild. The net, the only thing people don't know about the net, really, a lot of people got slow modems and stuff, and if they're like at 56 or 20, whatever, 29 or whatever the early modems were, you're not really dealing with the net. No. You got to get to a
128.
Yeah, you got to get to a DSL line. You got to get T1. You got to get up to speed. Then you can really see what this thing can do. This thing is moving around a lot of information.
I'm going to do that in 20 years. I'm going to get one of those 128s, right, Drew?
Nah, they're going to come. It's going to be coming just like a phone line any minute.
Dave?
Yes.
Dave, you're 26.
Yes, sir, I am.
What's up?
Listen, I've been with my wife now since I was 15, and about 3 years ago we went and got married. And about 2 years we've been trying to have a child, and we were having some trouble. So we went and seen the doctor, and he wanted to take a sample for a sperm count. And I've never cheated on my wife. She's the only one I've ever been with. And I went in, I was having a little trouble getting the deed done there, and I went out and told the nurse, and she came in with me, and she ended up doing it for me. And I feel terrible. Yeah.
No, that never happened.
What's that?
The nurse gave you a hand job?
Yes.
Was she wearing a glove?
No, she wasn't.
All right, now that's cheating. she'd had a glove on, there was something else. Dave,
Well,
please.
I really don't know what to do, you know, and I want to tell my wife because I feel terrible about it.
Why would you? All right. First of all, there's multiple reasons we don't believe this.
Right, go ahead,
Multiple
Drew.
reasons.
Go ahead.
One is, why would you tell your wife?
Well, 'cause I feel terrible. It's eating me up.
Yeah, there's friends on the line listening to him, by the way.
Yeah.
They just got off the line.
All right. Dave, please.
Give me a break.
Getting a hand job never ate anybody up. All right, you're fine. Tell.
If this were true, you should report it to the physician at the office there. That they will take action appropriately. They have a huge liability if something like that had actually happened.
Give him a hand job. Hey, Drew, you've given sperm samples, right?
Yeah.
How does it work?
You line up.
Line up?
You and all your buddies.
You and the other saps that
You
are there
and the
to
other-
milk themselves.
Yeah.
Right.
Atlanta, the place I was, there was a room dedicated to this process,
Oh,
and you wait your turn. And there's a lab directly across the hall you hand your goods to.
yeah.
What do you mean you wait your turn?
You wait your turn, just like going to the bathroom.
To get into the room.
In the room where the videos are.
Oh, they got things in
Yeah.
there to stimulate.
Yeah.
And you know, by the way, that if you're out there for a half hour, you knocking on the door and asking the guy to pick it up a pace is only gonna hurt your cause. You know what I mean? That's
He's
like
concentrating.
Yeah, it's not like, hey buddy, I got to be at work. Could you just give an extra yank for me? I got to get out of here. If it doesn't look like things are working out, maybe I could slide in because I'm ready.
I just went to I had a physical today for life insurance, and I had to give a urine sample, and it was hard to pee. I mean, I just like on the spot. I'm sitting there saying, "What's really going on?" You know?
Yeah.
So I had to sit there for a while. Finally, I knew the lady was wondering what was going on in there, but finally, enough came.
You're getting old. The prostate's swelling up. And
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, this didn't kick in right
That's the
there.
deal
I'm, like,
here.
I'm trying to imagine trying to.
He's got prostate problems. This is amazing.
No, he's fine. Don't freak him out. Listen, this is why I keep a sperm, a urine, and a stool sample in each one of my 3 bathrooms at all times. At all times, so I never have to deal with walking in and having a nurse filing her nails outside the door, waiting for a sample. I know it doesn't come up that often, but I'm ready if it does.
They make a big deal about those sperm samples being fresh.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
They got to have a head on them?
They're like, steal it and give it to us now. Boom.
No toweling off, no smoking,
Yeah,
no just sitting back
no victory
and
laps,
no reflecting on the moment,
no pose
no
down.
quiet time, no pose down, no nothing. They just want the sperm sample right there. Hey, I tell them, listen, here's the freshest it's going to be. You hold the cup. That way, we'll eliminate the middleman. Alyssa,
Yes?
you're 22. You're on with Ice-T.
Hi. Thanks for taking the call. I just had a question and a comment. The question is about the morning after pill. I have some questions about I had read something. There's a new one available in Europe that concentrates on a different hormone than the one that's available in the United States does, to lower the probability of, people who use it, they vomit or they have nausea for 72 hours. And
So let me get this straight. The Prevent pill, which is levonorgestrel and ethinyl estradiol, you're saying there's a different one now that has a lesser risk of nausea?
yes,
Could that be Plan B, which is just basically the levonorgestrel?
I'm not exactly sure.
I suspect that's what it is, because that's the reason Plan B exists. It's another option that may have a little less nausea.
I'm not sure whatever it is. What I was reading in this article is that it wasn't available in the United States
Oh, okay.
yet.
Well,
So
there's
why something like that wouldn't be.
It will be. That stuff's going through the FDA right now. The FDA has called upon drug companies to produce morning after pills, and Prevent was just the first one to step up and make it. And I think a lot of drug companies are afraid of it because of the whole abortion issue. They're afraid it's going to be misconstrued as an abortion pill, and it's not.
You know about this morning after pill?
I heard something about it, but I don't know a lot about it.
Yeah, it's basically a pill you take after the condom breaks or after you have unprotected sex, and you take it within 72 hours, and it greatly decreases the chance of the woman getting pregnant.
And it doesn't do anything to a pregnancy. It just prevents a pregnancy from occurring.
But if you don't have this pill on hand, then the crazy part is trying to find it in
Well,
72 hours.
Yeah,
Yes.
in the state of Washington, you can get it over the counter. You can get
Right.
it without a prescription.
But not everyone's in Washington. True. John,
I forgot.
Hello?
yeah, I'll just use us as an example. John, you're 17.
Yeah.
What's up?
I was wondering, I heard somewhere that, like, canker sores in your mouth are a form of herpes.
Sometimes.
I was wondering if I could contract that to my girlfriend through oral sex.
Yes.
You can?
Absolutely.
What does that do to her?
Gives her herpes.
Oh, so, like, can I not do that no more, or just tell her not to have the canker sore?
And tell her better if you don't do that when she has a canker sore.
No,
when you have a canker sore.
Don't do it when you have a canker sore.
She shouldn't do anything to you either when she has a canker sore.
All right.
All right?
Thank you.
Hey, John?
Yeah.
Sounds like maybe you've already done it.
Yeah.
You do it. I've done it. You use the good side of your mouth. Everything will be fine.
Oh, for crying out loud. That is bad advice.
I use what I call my lucky side. Right side. What I'll do, and I understand in the heat of the moment you can move around. So all I'll do is I'll shove a gym sock into whatever side of the mouth has the canker sore, like a squirrel. And then I'll just, smash my tongue out of the other side and use a good side.
Pay no attention to the man in the turban.
It's true. People have good sides. They have good sides for photographs. They have strong arms and weak arms.
It's not that I disbelieve you have a good side.
The tube
I'm
sock.
sure you do. It's just that
gotta be
the tube sock is not going to protect against the herpes. I'm sorry.
No, it doesn't. It just reminds me that it's there, so I don't get carried away.
Okay.
All right. Ice-T is here. We'll take a break. I think Ice-T understands my strategy. And we'll hear something off his new CD when we come back.
Operators are standing by. Loveline will be back in a minute.
Loveline is brought to you by Car Toys.
Everybody on the floor, this is Ice-T. You're listening to Loveline with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. Nobody moves, nobody gets hurt.
Well, speak of the devil. He's here tonight. Ice-T. Phone number, 1-800-LVE-191. That's Drew, I'm Adam. Blink 182 in here tomorrow night, and Seventh Deadly Sins, the name of Ice-T's latest CD, which came out yesterday. And I think we'll take a call and then we'll hear something off it, all right? Sarah?
Yes.
You're 19.
Yes.
What's up?
Actually, I just wanted to call and tell Ice and everybody. Ice, you know who this is?
Oh, it's always scary. Don't ever do that to guests. I get scared when it's not even about me.
I just wanted to call and let everybody in the whole world and Ice know that I'm probably the happiest person that he is back in town.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you.
Tour, and this was my way, because I knew he was coming there this evening. This is my way of saying that I'm glad he's back, and I'm glad that he's on top still and doing his thing and making his money with this new album that I know is beautiful, and I've heard it, and it's great, and everybody's going to love it. So when you guys play it, it's going to be great.
All right, Sarah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All right. Once in a while, actually all the time on this show, when we have like a band on, somebody will call in and go, hi, this is Geraldine. I met you guys in San Diego, and the band always just looks stone-faced.
Or they start shifting.
They all lean back, and the thing that's funny is sometimes they come here with their wives or their girlfriends or something. I'm not saying that's what's going on here, but they start looking over their shoulder and looking around and start making like gestures, and they're thinking, God knows what I did. No, did you do anything to Sarah?
Nah, that's a friend. We got a lot of people that's connected to this label and things we're doing, and a lot of people are really excited. Plus, I've been gone for about 2 months, so my record label's kind of been going kind of crazy and stuff.
Have you been filming something?
Well, we did a Warp Tour.
Right.
I went from Warp Tour. I went to doing I did a movie, left to did a European Warp Tour, came back, went to Australia, went from there to, so everybody is like, Ice is back, everything is about to get back rolling.
Does your son go with you, or does he? How do you do that?
Ice stays home with Darlene, everybody just, holds down that fort. There's a lot of things.
But you don't see him for a couple months at a time?
Yeah, but he's cool with it. He's cool.
Don't give him a compliment.
No,
He's making money. Leave him alone.
No. I was just...
What do you mean,
ooh. No, but for him, it's got to be hard. You have to deal with that.
It's cool, you know what I'm saying? I just try to make time, and you got to balance it. I mean, I feel better when I'm out working and hustling than when I'm sitting around, as long as I know I'm doing the right thing, getting that money, so he won't have to go through some of the stuff I went through. It makes me feel good, but it is a paradox. You want to be home, but when you're home, you're just a bum sitting around. So
but you got money. I mean, do you feel like you have a sort of hustler nature because of where you came from, and that you just want to keep moving forward, and it's hard to say no to stuff, and you just keep going and hustling?
Well, no, yeah. I don't know. I think hustlers got this weird kind of insecurity that no matter how much you do, it isn't enough. And you just
This is a conversation we had last night, too.
Yeah,
Right.
You just got to keep moving and grooving. And like the callers, like a lot of people are counting on me.
Right.
I got a group body count with 5 members in it, and their families and their lives, and then I got friends, and everybody's just counting on stuff. So you got to keep it going. And it's not just for me. If it was just me, I'd have enough money. I could stop, but I got a lot of friends and a lot of people that don't. And when I roll, they roll.
But it also, coming from a place where you didn't grow up with money, it's
Yeah.
hard to say no to the kind of money that people are offering for you to fly out of town for a couple days.
Yeah, you got like exactly, coming from a background with no options and stuff, and no opportunity. It's like a jinx to turn down opportunity. So people say, well, why you do the movie? Why? I'm like, yo, somebody offered it to me. No, I ain't turning down nothing but my collar, and I keep that up.
Right.
But like I'm saying, when you got people that are real happy, yo, Ice, you doing good, we need you, and, that's appreciated.
All right, we're going to make Ice feel even better by playing something off Seventh Deadly Sin, which is his latest CD out in record stores now. This one is called Exodus.
It is, baby. That's the last cut on the album.
That is off Seventh Deadly Sin. And, it's a good CD when they play the last cut, and it's a good cut. And there's, Jesus Christ, there's
17 songs with 20 counting the inserts, little skits we put on.
Jesus, it's really, it's 2 CDs, Ice. It really is. If I had been involved with your camp, I would have made you make this into a double CD set.
You know what, about double CDs, I don't like them, because when you put them in, you got to let the CD change. So we try to keep it down to 74 minutes. And really, when you're listening to music, where do you go that's more than 74 minutes? So you end up just hearing the first 4 songs of the CD. It never gets into the back end of it. So short and sweet.
Yeah, is 74 the maximum amount you can squeeze onto a CD?
Yeah.
Wow. That's life's worth of work for me. Marvin.
Yes.
You 28?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up?
For the past 5 years, I've been masturbating while I dip tobacco. And I found that when I...
Couldn't just use some Jergens or a little Vaseline like everyone else?
Now I'm a coconut oil man myself.
I see. Oh, there's got to be a strange smell coming from that bathroom. Marvin's taking a shower. Jesus Christ, it smells like skull and a pina colada in there. What the hell's going on?
Well, I found that when I do not dip tobacco, that I cannot maintain an adequate erection unless I dip the tobacco.
Are you on any other medication?
No.
What kind of chew do you use?
I'm a skull brother.
And that skull, it's all these little bits and pieces like chewing a cigarette. If you're going to dip, you should get that Red Man, like that beach nut, like the leafy stuff. You make it into a ball.
Do you have to dip to have normal
Skull
sex?
has a long cut version that it doesn't
Oh, I see. All
around in
right, I'm going to look into that. Hey, don't take this the wrong way, Ice-T, but black guys don't chew tobacco, do they?
No, I lived in the South a little too long and
Not really.
caught on to the habit.
What is that?
Yo, do you have to chew tobacco to have normal sex?
No, that's the weird thing is that when it comes to sex, I don't have any problems. It's just when I'm masturbating.
So it's something about the ritual of the whole thing.
Yeah, I guess I've formed some kind of association with tobacco.
It sort of makes some sense to me. But do you have difficulty sustaining erections otherwise? Like when you
No. But what I'm scared of is once I quit
you'll be fine. You'll be fine. It'll come back.
So there's no negative side effects?
Well, tons of it with tobacco. I mean, smokeless tobacco is one of the more serious and underreported health problems we've got going right now. In terms of cancers of the mouth and throat and tongue. And it's serious.
So what about sexually? Is there any...
No, I don't think so. No.
Well, all right, but you don't do it when you're with a woman.
No, I don't dip while I'm...
Yeah, women don't appreciate a guy who's spitting into a coffee can while he's... Especially if you set the can, like, on her back.
Right.
Yeah, that's bad. All right, Marvin.
All right.
Good luck dipping there. See if you can do one without the dip, or switch to a pipe or something.
Okay.
All right, I'll try.
Start smoking. Thanks, Adam. Nice.
Well, I don't know what to say to the guy, but that's just, there's just a lot of elements in that. You got sperm, you got coconut oil, cocoa butter, and you got a skull, all basically mixed together in the same bathroom. It just sounds, can't that form some sort of poison gas if they touch each other, Drew?
No, but it could ignite an explosive reaction.
Yeah, like if the sperm hit the tobacco somehow?
Yeah.
Like if he was running when he was masturbating and tripped?
Yeah.
Josh?
Yeah.
You're 17.
Hey.
You're on with Ice-T.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Oh.
I got a question. My girlfriend and I recently lost our virginity together, and after we were done, she said that it didn't feel any good, and I was just wondering if it had to do with the size of my penis or
No. They all say that, Josh. You don't believe them.
Well,
what I do.
We've done it 2 more times also.
Yeah.
And she still said it didn't feel any good.
Whatever.
Feel any good?
Yeah.
What does that mean,
nice.
feel any good? I mean, it hurt?
Who said
Well, it hurt the first time, but afterwards, it never felt good. She never had an orgasm or anything.
Well, but did she say that felt bad?
No, but she told me, I asked her.
Asked her what?
If she enjoyed it.
And what did she say?
She said, not really, but...
Well, but she's how old?
I'm 17.
How old is she?
11.
16.
It's really kind of normal for somebody that age to have difficulty, a woman, to have difficulty sort of...
For Christ's sake, girl, can't you lie a little bit?
Well, also, is there anything about her we should know? Anything about her history that makes sexuality difficult for her?
No.
You sure?
Pretty normal, yeah.
All right.
Well, she's young. It's real normal.
What's wrong with your penis, Josh?
Nothing. I don't know. I was just wondering.
No, men want to blame, if they feel the least bit inadequate, that's immediately where they go.
To the penis.
Size of the Johnson. That's ridiculous.
I'll go to the penis, and if I can't find my own, I'll go to someone else's.
The reality is that somebody that age does not have a developed capacity for intimacy, and for women, very often to function well and healthily and to feel gratified in a sexual experience, they have to be able to be intimate.
Yeah, but
she's not ready for that yet.
Yeah, but she doesn't realize you'll ruin a guy, especially a guy who's a virgin, by telling him it wasn't much good. I mean, I can tell you this, Josh is not going to remember 20 years from now. He won't remember his graduation, and he won't remember his father's funeral, but he'll sure as hell remember the time Tammy looked at him on the side of the bed and said it wasn't much good. He'll never, ever forget that.
Yep.
And he'll probably be trying to make up for it or compensate for it for the rest of his sexual days. You got to get over it, Josh.
What, a producer?
What's that?
He's going to become a producer now?
All right. All right, Drew, I don't even know what you're talking about. We're going to
always talk about producers compensating for something. So.
Producers?
Or what, television people, you always talk about that.
Oh, yeah, but you were pointing at Ann when you said that.
No, I was pointing at the screen.
Okay, I thought you were talking about producer Ann.
Let's have a big fight. Huh?
Oh, you want to do it on the air?
No, let's do it off the air.
All right, listen, you want to make nice? Why don't you go make some popcorn?
All right.
Okay, go make some popcorn. Me and Ice-T will hang out here, and then we'll be back after this.
Welcome back.
So glad you're here.
Loveline. What's up, huh? Welcome back. 94.7 NRK.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. I'm holding down the fort. Dr. Drew is, I bet he's making some popcorn, and Ice-T is just meandered back into the studio. He's sitting down, and I think we'll just carry on with the show, minus Drew, who better show up with some popcorn. Silas? What name is that?
Oh,
What?
Silas?
Silas.
Yeah.
What's up? You're 17.
Yeah, I think my roommate is crazy. She might be schizophrenic.
Yeah.
I'm wondering what the symptoms were and what I should do about it.
What does she do? She talk to herself?
Yeah,
Talk to people?
She, acts like she's having this conversation, and her face gets animated and there's no one there. She won't leave the apartment.
You're 17. You got a roommate already?
Yeah, I'm in college.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
And is she like a dorm mate?
No, we have our own apartment.
Wow, 17, already in college.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm 35. I haven't been to college.
Do you have a resident advisor or anything like that?
No, we actually don't have the same, we don't go to the same school. So, and we don't even live on campus.
How did you meet her?
Actually, I've known her since we were kids.
Did she have any problems growing up?
Not really. She's always been, shy and introverted.
How old is she?
She's 20.
And she responds to things? You think she's not just talking?
Yeah, she responds to it too, and she's really anal about her stuff. She doesn't want anyone touching it.
What kind of things do you hear her saying?
Oh, she mumbles.
Get away from my goddamn stuff? Stuff like that?
No.
No, okay.
She mumbles, and I really can't understand it.
You sure she's not just talking to herself? It's just it's just a habit she has?
Huh?
You sure it's not just a habit she has of sort of mumbling to herself, talking to herself?
I don't know, but I
It's
think...
not like she's talking to somebody who's not there.
Yeah, she, like, responds, like, she'll respond to a question. And she also won't eat any fresh fruits or won't let me have any fruits in the refrigerator because she thinks that the workers or the farmers pee on it and they spread hepatitis C.
Oh, boy.
She, like, does not eat any fresh fruit or vegetables.
All right, so she's got some serious problems. What are you going to do about it?
I really don't know because there's no one... It's like no one seems to want to help her.
Is there student health services where she goes to school?
I think...
You got to get her in there. You got to get her in.
Well,
all right. She may schizophrenia comes on around that age, and
her parents don't seem to want to help her either.
Well, forget it. They may be in denial about it for some reason. They don't want to admit what's going on here.
So I just
go with her to student services. Seriously, this is that's something you've got to take care of because this can get very bad and disabling.
All right. Well, what'd you want us to say? We'll be right down with a fruit basket and take her in ourselves?
No, I knew she needed help.
Yeah.
Know how to, like, get help for her.
Well, talk to the student health service.
She's going to need medication.
Form a plan.
She's going to need medication. Nobody's going to give her medication until she gets into an office, into a clinical setting.
And then you're going to want to give her Prozac, and she's going to say the pharmacist pee on the
When people
Prozac.
start talking crazy, that's like the first sign something is wrong. We were out on the road, and we were kicking it and stuff, and there was this girl in our presence, and my boy Mark was telling her, like, okay, it's time for you to go. And the next thing you know, she started talking backwards or something to us, like, we like, and then I, like, popped my head up, like, did you just hear that? Like, she said something, and at that point, we stopped asking her, we, like, threw her out, like, get out, you're crazy. You know, my common rule of thumb is when somebody starts talking to things that aren't there, it's either time for you or them to leave the room, because I'm like got to be careful.
Yeah, it's Ice-T should really do some public service announcements.
Yeah, if you're ever in a room and someone starts talking to someone that's not there, it's either ghosts in the room that you don't see, but there's someone should evacuate.
That's right.
That way you won't make it to the crazy part.
Fernando?
Yeah, how you doing?
You're 21. What's up?
I got a question for Ice-T.
Here he is.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing? I heard or read somewhere that your wife that you just recently got married to is a nitro girl.
No. I've been with my girl, Darlene, for like 14 years. We never actually walked down the aisle. You know, I consider her my wife, but never done that. And she looks like maybe one of the nitro girls, but nah, she's not a nitro girl. Nah, didn't marry a nitro girl, but I've been with the same girl from, if you're familiar with any of my music, from Power album covers to Ryan Pay's album covers, same girl. That's Lil Ice's mom's.
All right, Fernando?
All right, thanks a lot.
All right.
Well, I guess she's a nitro girl, but unless he knows her personally.
John?
Yeah.
You're 24. What's up?
Yeah, like, what are the psychological effects of Special K?
There aren't many psychological effects, but there are loads of biological effects.
Biological as in...
It can affect thinking, can distort thinking, can create addiction of various types, can disturb moods. We don't know a lot about Special K. I've seen several cases of ketamine dependency, and it seems to me that there is some sort of ongoing chronic, sort of minimal brain damage, but nothing's...
You mean minimal as in, like, if you drink too much alcohol or smoke a joint or...
As in, if you drank alcohol heavily for many years.
Oh, and that's only a couple uses of it?
No, some people who use pretty regularly, but a couple uses can trigger other things. They can trigger disturbances of thinking.
Because my, like, friends are, like, doing it, and they're just like, well, if you liked heroin, you'll like Special K, because the only thing it is cat tranquilizer. I don't know about that, because I've never done anything I really didn't know anything about.
Quaaludes were only a horse tranquilizer.
Really?
Well, listen, if that's quite a pitch. If you liked heroin, you'll love Special K.
Heroin, everyone knows is safe. God knows that's okay.
Right. Yeah. You're on board with heroin, right, John?
Well, no, I used to use it every once in a while. I mean, I was more into like weightlifting, and I only did it on the weekends, like as like people would like smoke a joint on occasion.
Right,
So,
you
but,
just
but
shoot up.
I just put that down now, like
All right,
a couple
John.
years ago.
Okay, John.
Be careful, John. You are playing with fire with all this stuff. There is no sort of limited recreational use of these substances. It gets going. It's just something that's kindled, and then eventually a wildfire breaks out.
Hey, John.
Or casual heroin use.
Yeah. Ain't no such thing.
Put some time into your career in school and all that stuff, would you?
Mm-hmm.
Stop thinking about drugs.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, what are you doing?
Nothing currently, but
Yeah, that's
I'm unemployed. But
that's my point. You're not going to be a pharmacist, are you?
I was considering it. That was a long time ago before I got into drugs.
Not a good idea.
It's funny. It's funny you consider being a pharmacist before you get into drugs. It's kind of ironic. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. Drew, go out to the trunk of the car and get some of these drugs we've been talking about. I'm really jonesing now. And Ice-T is here. He will remain here. We'll hear something else off his CD, off of Seventh Deadly Sin, and we'll be back. And where's my popcorn, Drew?
It's cooked.
We'll be back after this. Loveline, we got to take a quick 10-second timeout. We'll be back with more of the show in just 10 seconds.
This is Loveline on radio station 94.7 NRK. I love it. Sounds like Rock Alternative.
It is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. Hey, God damn it, Drew. You know what I'm talking about. You wander in here when you're good and ready after we get in these huge discussions about it all the time.
Not wandering. We heard it. We came right in.
Oh, don't give me that horse ass. Please, Drew.
What did we just do, Ice?
I'm not talking about Ice-T.
Talking about you.
I'm talking about we do a radio show where you come in when you hear music or whatever. Yeah. Don't give me that crap, Drew. I swear to God, this drives me insane.
Okay.
Didn't we have a big blowout about this last week? I'm not going to sit here. I'm going to go in the other goddamn room and play on the computer, and then we can just all sit here, and we'll see what happens.
You should go ahead.
Jesus
feel free
Christ!
to.
Oh, don't give me that. I swear to God, I wish I could cuss on this radio.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, Drew. You got to come in here 10 seconds before the show starts.
Okay.
You have to.
Right.
And you can't stand out with the guest, because when the guest sees you standing around, he or she or they will stand around with you.
Okay.
Because why is the show starting when the co-host is standing out there? Drives me insane. Don't we get into this like once a week now? Drew, you got to come back.
Sure. I will. If I
Listen, I'm not, I swear to, this is it. I will not say a goddamn word until your ass hits that seat.
Sure.
That is it. As a matter of fact, you're going to start each break. We had a huge blowout about this last week, and then I was insane. We got to do a radio show where we at least pretend like we're doing a radio show. You understand?
Part of it would be not having these discussions.
No, that is such BS. You got into that last time. It's ridiculous.
All right. I'll be happy to open the
Oh,
hours.
you'll be happy nothing. We had this whole thing last week. You did nothing any differently. Get up and make phone calls, go out and mosey around on the computer, come back when you think it's time to come. The guest is wandering around wondering what's going on. Come on. I mean, how much clearer can I make it from what I made it last week? You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm no perfectionist. Here's my idea of perfectionism. My ass is in the chair when the show starts. Not a minute before, not 10 seconds, 2 seconds. But that, which is the very minimum that we have to do on this show, needs to be done. Anderson, you tried to pull that S last week, too, you jackass. I'll throw this mic through there, I swear to God. Try me insane. And don't sit there and be smug, Drew. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'll be happy to open the show.
Oh.
The point is somebody... listen,
the point is what? You tell me what the point is.
Somebody opens the show. If that person needs to be there 2 seconds before they open the show...
That person needs to be there.
The next person, when their time comes, needs to be 2 seconds before he or she needs to be talking.
Oh, please.
I'll be happy to be the one that opens. That's fine.
Okay, that's it.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. Good. And I'll just be out and you come get me when it's time to go. I'll wander in and make some noise.
That's fine.
Please.
Not a problem for me.
Ridiculous. Oh, shut up. I told
It's
you.
not- it's
We
not
had
a
this
problem for me.
conversation last week. You did
It's
nothing.
not a problem for me.
Drew?
We were in the seat.
All right. You know what I'm talking about. Nick?
Yeah.
You're 20. Sorry, Drew put you through that.
I got a long story I need an answer for you. Okay, I met this girl back in May. Started dating her when she kind of had a boyfriend. I had interest in her when she had this boyfriend. She broke up with him, told me she had interest in me. So we got together, and we stayed together all summer long. And I was sick of living in the town I lived in, so I told her that I was ready to move on, and I was going to go to Orlando. If she wanted to come with me, she could. If not, I was still going to go. Well, she decided to make the move with me, and I fell hard for this girl. I fell really fast for her. I can say I love her. I don't know if she feels the same about me, even though she tells me she does. What happened was, the whole time we were back in Pensacola before we moved, she was still talking to the ex-boyfriend, like, would she'd see me, then she'd go back and see him and tell me it would mean nothing, and I'd get upset at her, and I wouldn't talk to her for a few days, and she'd tell me she's sorry, she hurt me, it was over with him. So
What's the question? What is the question?
Question is, we moved down here, and everything was fine for the first week, and the ex-boyfriend and her started talking again. They talked on the computer, talked on the phone. Well, again, she told me everything was fine. She just talked to him. But I got in her computer, and I found an email that said otherwise, how much she loved him, how much she wanted to be with him.
All right, well, you should end this relationship.
Give it another 5 years till she gets it out of her system there, Nick. Just ride it out.
Yeah,
no
well,
problem.
I ended the relationship, and she's moving out in a couple weeks. But she still shows affection to me that makes me think otherwise. It's kind of like she's playing with my mind. And
No, Nick, you're playing with your mind.
Maybe she wants both of you, and
of course,
you know, maybe what you're getting is good enough just to let her have the other guy too.
Well, she's a little.
That's how I look at it. I look at it like if you're happy, you know, then just stop going in her computer and just take it to just enjoy what you're getting. Don't get jealous. Let that pass and just let her have two guys. Why not?
Ice-T will not rest until the entire country forms a big daisy chain across the United States.
It's hard to be intimate with somebody in reality when there's more than one person involved.
Well, Nick, no, listen, Nick is too into it. If Nick didn't care, if Nick was dating other women, so on and so forth, then you can have that kind of relationship. But if you got one person who's really into it, and the other person who's not really into it, the one person who's really into it's going to be disappointed.
Well, I don't look at it like that. I just look at it like as long as she's happy, you know, she should be able to do what she wants to do.
But he ain't happy.
What
That's
she's
the
doing,
problem.
but the reason she's doing that is her dad left her or something. What was her history with her father?
Her parents and her are really close, and
why does she have to have another person in the bullpen all the time? Why is she so insecure that way?
The relationship she had with this guy was a 5-year relationship.
All right.
And
hey, Nick.
Yeah.
So she's just going back to him.
Let's forget about her. What's up with you? I mean, come on.
I'm really attached to this girl.
I know, but understand the nice things she says is only because you sort of prompt her. You love me, right? Right. I mean a lot to you? Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying?
She might like him, though. I think she digs him, too.
No. Come on. Nick, even if she does dig you in her own way...
Is she giving sex to you?
She was until, I mean, I just kind of told her I didn't want to go back and forth anymore as of like last week. But now she's really flirty, really affectionate, still wants me to sleep in the same room with her.
Nick,
Go for it.
You're beating yourself up. You got to find someone else.
Okay, that's what I need to hear.
Yeah, listen.
It's never going to turn out the way you want it.
Everyone in this country but Ice-T would tell you to go get someone else. He'd go get someone else, too, though.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't.
Well, you date someone else or you date her?
No, if my girl had some other guys on the side and she was sleeping with him, I'd keep her. I love her that much. I don't care.
But you'd have some other girls on the side, right?
If that were the only woman you were involved with?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Why?
What kind of pimping attitude is that? It's all reversed.
It's just basically letting people do what they want. I'm really open. I'm like Aquarius. I don't care. My thing is like, you know, any minute you're going to check up out of here. So I'm not going to stress my life over what somebody else does in the meantime, who they love and who they care about. You know, just treat me good while you're with me. I don't care about them other guys.
I'm the
Just be good to me.
same way, but only with the dentist. I feel like I'm going to check out any day now. Why bother getting a cleaning? But That was 10 years and 35 cavities ago. All right. Well, you learned something about iced tea. I had no idea. Josh?
Yeah.
You're 20.
That's right.
What's up?
All right. I've been trying to get a hold of you guys for about 3 days here, but finally I got through. Okay, when I go down on my girlfriend, she has these explosion kind of orgasms here, and I'm saying she comes out probably. I could probably get a pint, maybe even a quart of liquid out of her.
Quart?
A quart is a lot.
Listen, you could ring me and you wouldn't get a quart out of me.
No. Let me tell you, I folded a towel like probably 4 times, a 4-fold, you know, and it seeped all the way through, all the way into the couch.
You don't even piss a quart.
No, I swear.
All right. So he gets a quart.
Yeah, like even, I mean, if I go down there probably, for 45 minutes, I could just keep it going.
So it's not just when she orgasms.
Well, it'll be, sporadically, every 10 minutes, or even after she's gone to the restroom.
What do you think's coming out of her?
Well, at first it smells like urine, and then it's all right, I don't mind it. I mean, she's exploding. I mean, she's totally just loving it. And, I mean, I don't want her to hold back anything.
Right.
But,
although if she didn't pee,
please hold the urine while I'm down there. I'll ask that. Don't piss in my face.
No, I mean, she's enjoying it. That's what I hope for. But I just want to know what exactly is this? I mean, because she asked me, is it pee? Is it pee? And I said, no. I mean, it smells like it, or sometimes it doesn't, and it tastes different each time. Like sometimes it's sweeter, sometimes it's sour.
God, it's like chicken McNuggets. You get the sweet sauce, you get the barbecue, you get the sour sauce. Well, first off, God bless Josh, who's down there like he's on the bow of a ship during a storm. You know what I mean? Like the Gordon's fisherman. Just like hanging on to the railing.
Wear swim goggles.
Yeah, with the hat blowing back and the rain slicker on.
Sting if it gets in your eye.
Gale force winds coming his way.
That's right.
Oh man! And how old is she?
She's 31 actually.
She's 31.
Right.
And
she's 20.
She divorced?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is why. Her old husband drowned. She's a widow.
Yeah, we've been together for about a year. A little over a year now.
Well, hey, Josh, no, seriously, where did you get that sort of dedication to the vagina that you would sit down there and report, pop your head up? Yeah, this tastes like urine.
Well,
that has a slight feces flavor.
Yeah, we have a good relationship where we can talk about that kind of stuff, sexually things.
Okay. I hope she swallows.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at least she could do.
She better.
All right, well, there's tons of glands down there that can produce fluid, Skene's glands and Bartholin gland and whatnot. Some women, especially during orgasm, will produce a lot of fluid, and it's normal. That's the way it is.
Yeah, I mean, she loves it. I mean, even if I go, probably.
Well, that's fine, and you're fine with it. And there's also female orgasmic incontinence. I don't know if it sounds like she has both.
Yeah.
Like she has orgasmic incontinence and the female ejaculation.
Yeah. She'll never leave you either. I mean, you start pissing in chicks' faces and they like it. You're going to keep that one.
Yeah, well, if I, clit stimulation, that'll do it right away. I mean, even if I'm down for probably a minute, I can get her to just explode all this liquid coming out.
Wow. All right, Josh.
Or even during sex.
You see, let that be a lesson to you ladies. Guys are into results. They're into the bottom line, and you will not offend them. She's like a slot machine paying off. He just gets down there, feeds a couple quarters in, and pulls the handle, and here it comes.
Then he can't stop. He's got to keep going.
Yeah.
Right? So if he said 45 minutes,
Yeah, that's...
Yeah, that's... I hope he can breathe out of his ass, because... seriously, couldn't you get water in the lung or something at a certain point?
Sure, oh, yeah.
My God.
Yeah.
I love guys. Guys love this. Ashley?
Yeah?
You're 14.
Yeah.
What's up?
Well, I just want to say I love you guys. I listen to it every night. You're the best.
Thanks.
But anyway, I like this guy who is 17, who goes to my school, and we're just friends. And recently, he started calling me, and he flirts with me a lot at school. He invites me to lunch. He takes me out. We see each other a lot. And we're
How old
really
is he?
friends.
How old is he?
He's 17.
And
it's like nothing was ever, more than friends. We just talk. There was no, weird, he wouldn't try and do anything with me, but...
He's a senior?
Yeah.
How long has this been going on?
For 3 weeks.
And what grade are you in?
I'm in 9th grade.
Freshman.
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, it kind of sometimes goes off and on. He could be really, really, really flirty with me. And I'm like, oh my God, maybe he even likes me. And then sometimes he'll just be like, hey, what's up? And it's totally cool. We're just friends. So I'm wondering if he's like playing with my head, or I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
People at 17, especially guys, don't have real clear-cut patterns sometimes. I mean, they're hard to figure out.
Right.
And he may be having some issues over the age, dating a 9th grader. Maybe he's attracted to you. Maybe he has feelings. Maybe he has sexual feelings, but maybe tries to stop himself. He's probably a pretty decent guy, right?
Yeah, he's really nice. And I know that he's dated some girls who were younger. Like, one of my friends went out with him last year.
Well, what is your question?
I don't know what I should do. Should I, like, continue and try and...
Don't try anything, but just continue. It sounds like he's treating you properly. He's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Senior or 9th
worried
grade?
about the age thing. We're worried about it.
Well, you guys go to the same school, right?
Right.
See, that's a big difference, because, like, when I was in school, I went to 9th grade at a junior high.
Exactly.
So for you to go from your junior high over to the high school was a little weird. I mean, the idea of someone going to my junior high and then going over to North Hollywood High and dating a senior would have been way out of line. But now you're all in the same fenced-off area, and it's all sort of fair game, you know?
She's setting herself up for problems, though, because he will be leaving at the end of the year, and she's, it'll look different. The relationship will look different as she gets older, and God knows what he's all about, reaching back into 9th grade with regularity. It's not the first time he's done this.
He's doing a lot of 9th grade dipping, this cat. And listen, maybe that's not the greatest strategy that the school board had.
Putting the 4 years together, yeah.
Putting another year in there.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine if they threw the 8th graders in there.
Or they put the junior college across the street.
Oh, that's trouble. Junior college. Mike?
Yeah, this is Mike.
You're 24.
Hi.
You want to talk to Ice-T?
Yeah.
What's up, Mike?
Hey, Ice-T, how you doing?
All right.
I was just wondering what's going on with your band Body Count, and if you're going to be touring or coming out with another album soon.
Body Count's in the studio right now. We took off really almost 2 years because we lost our drummer, B-Master.
B-Master V?
Yeah, he died. He had leukemia.
Oh, my gosh.
And we were talking about that, I think.
He had a bone marrow transplant or something, didn't
he? He tried a little this, a little that, but it was like a year between diagnosis and actual death.
Why?
It just happened.
No, I mean, a year between diagnosis and he was treated all the way along, though.
Yeah, it was just like we found out he had it, and a year later he was gone.
He must have had lymphocytic leukemia.
And it was a cold shot to the band. We put new members in the band, but I said, hey, let's just take a break, let you guys get a chance to bond, and go back in the studio. And we're working on an album right now that'll probably be ready to go like early March, something like that, February, March. So.
Wish I could get Drew in the studio once in a while.
Yeah, but, the band's still together. It was just a type of thing that, some bands can recover real quick, but Body Count, all of us went to high school together. We were really tight friends. And just throwing 2 new cats, and because Moose had left, just throwing some people into the band, it just wasn't working, and we couldn't get it right. So now they're ready. These guys hung out, and they're ready, and they're hungry, so we're going to go in and nail some groups.
Cool, yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I saw you guys back in 1993 and thought you guys were awesome.
Yeah, well, we got to stay awesome. That's the thing. So, sometimes you got to slow up a little bit so you can get it right.
All right, Mike, thanks a lot. Katie?
Yes.
You're 20.
Uh-huh.
You're on Loveline.
Uh-huh. Hi, how are you?
Good.
My question is, I'm married. I've been married for 2.5 years, and I just started hanging around this girl, and she's bisexual, okay? I've never had a threesome before, and she's wanting to have sex with me and my husband won't do it, and I want to know how I can make him more secure to do it. To have a threesome.
Interesting. We have Ice here now. I've got an array of opinions about this.
Well, this is a twist, because mostly it's the man trying to talk the woman into it.
I know.
It sounds more like both of you are interested in a lesbian experience more than a threesome.
Yeah, I think I came up this conclusion this year. I believe, here's one, I think all women are gay.
Yeah.
I think so. Well, all my friends are anyway.
They're more fluid with their sexual orientation.
Well, if we were as fluid, they would call us gay.
But guys are like they either are or they're not.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Women can be kind of move around.
So Ice-T says all women are gay. Let's put that out on the
Well, this girl's 18. She's got brown hair. She's real skinny, big boobs. She looks really good.
Yeah. You just want a lesbian relationship.
Now, let me say that about one of my buddies. Like you guys will put a band on me.
Kurt, he's got a tight ass and he's
I'll be a poster on Santa Monica tomorrow morning.
Jerry curl going and he's hot. So, can you blame a guy?
But my husband won't do it because he says he loves me. I mean,
Well,
leave him out of it then.
All right, you may end up with some feelings about this girl that destabilize your marriage.
She's on her way. She already has him.
Yeah.
Hey, Katie, is your husband or that girl there?
yeah, they're both there. They're listening to it right
Could
now.
you put them on? Do you have another line?
No, but I can put her on the phone.
Okay. Hold on a second. By the way, when you don't have a second telephone in your home, that's your number one priority, is getting the second phone. It ain't the threesome. It's not the lesbian experience. It is getting a second phone in the goddamn trailer. That's what that is in 1999. I got to have two phones. I'll talk on both of them at the same time. I'll have one in my right ear, one in my left ear. All right, hold on a second. What the hell's, Katie? Yeah.
Well, it's not Katie anymore.
Hubby?
No, this is Jesse.
Jesse. Ooh,
that voice,
Jesse's
Jesse.
got that little girl voice.
Boy, Jesse.
Hey, Jesse?
Yeah.
You know, we have theories about the little girl voice.
What's that?
Probably a little something growing up with a uncle or
7,
something.
8 years old, something happened.
No.
Huh?
No.
Anybody?
Mm-mm.
Where's Daddy?
At home.
Is that a name for prison, or is he at home?
He's at home.
His home or the home?
Yeah. Married to my mother's.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he never did anything to you?
No.
Huh?
No.
No uncles, no neighbors?
No.
Seriously.
I'm trying to say somebody less than me.
Be honest. Come on now.
I swear.
All right. When did you lose your virginity?
I was 13.
All right.
How old the guy was 19?
42.
What?
How old was the guy?
15.
All right. All right.
There's no fooling around with your friends or anything like that, the kids your age before that?
Mm-mm.
All right.
Wait. You never experimented with a girl?
She's not going to talk about this stuff in front of these people.
Yeah.
I can't answer that.
All right. So, Jesse,
Yeah.
are you lesbian?
I'm bisexual.
You are. How long have you been bisexual?
About 2 years.
Uh-huh. When did you discover you're bisexual? I mean, how did you discover it? Just
How did I discover it?
started liking women around 15, 16?
About 16. One of my friends who was married asked me to have a threesome with her and her husband.
Well, I'll tell you, this, you should open a business here. You're going to make yourself some scratch. And seriously,
Hello?
Jesse, don't you just want to be with Katie? You don't really want the husband there, do you?
She wants to be with me. She put me back on the phone.
Oh, this is Katie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She wants him here too because she knows that's the only way I'll do it.
right.
But
And he don't want to do it. Do you guys have kids?
yeah, I've got 3,
Katie, for Christ's sake.
and I'm 20 years old.
And there's something going on with Jesse. Even though she wouldn't come clean about it, there's some.
He wants to have sex with my husband, but he's got a problem. He thinks that his penis is too small for anyone else to see but me.
Oh,
Isn't
boy.
that crazy?
Oh, boy.
I know. I'm saying this over
Do
the
it with the lights out, right?
No, it's big. It's about 8 inches.
I'm
That's
jealous.
big enough.
8 inches. We'll put all ours together. We don't get any.
But she's wanting me to have a threesome with her, and
All right.
he won't do it.
Okay, wait. What's his name?
His name's Thomas.
Thomas. All right, listen to me, Katie. First off, what happened to Jessie?
She ran in the other room. She listened to the radio.
Oh, but you know something happened to her, right?
She's got a.
No, nothing happened.
What does she do for a living?
She babysits my kids for me. I work.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, my God, Katie. Your kids.
3 kids?
Yeah.
All right, listen, you should be sterilized. Come on.
I'm not having any more. I started at 15 years old.
All right. Oh, okay, put Thomas on. Let's talk to him for a
You
second.
want to put Thomas on? Okay.
Yeah,
Here, Tommy, get on the phone.
hold on a second. I see, you think only black people have it hard. Look at these white people there. I mean, my God, 3 kids, crazy lesbian babysitter.
Tom's an interesting cat, though. He's got another nice, hot girl in the house, and he doesn't want her near his
He senses chaos with her, I think. Thomas?
Yeah?
Uh-oh. Now, be honest, do you sense that something's up with Jessie, like she's a little nutty?
Well, if you ask me, I think they're both a little nutty.
Well,
Yeah.
we would agree with you.
All right, and you kind of get the feeling that if you get involved or they get involved, this marriage may end, huh?
Or your children will be in danger if you get involved with all this.
Well, it's not really... I love my wife, and I really don't want to do anything with anyone else, you know? She's a person I'm happy with.
Katie, Tom, you got to keep that stability. This is going to melt down. And you got to think of those kids.
Yeah.
stability, structure. They need that.
All right.
I mean, we did this. Me and Monica. She told you, or me and Katie. She told you she's never done this before.
Right.
She's done this before. We've had threesomes before. You know, when we first got together.
Right.
Boy.
But I don't know. It's the first time she's ever actually wanted to have sex with one of the women.
And what's with Jessie? What's her deal?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, she's from another county. She's from out in the boondocks, so you know.
Oh boy.
Stuff happens out there.
Huh?
Stuff happens out there.
I don't really know.
All right. Hey, Tom, listen to me, brother. You're in over your head.
Hold
you
the
got
line.
2 nutty broads. Don't get either one of them pregnant, please, and think of your kids.
Oh, I'm going to. I mean,
And
I ain't gonna do nothing with neither one of them. I mean, me and my wife, we just, I don't know.
Good. Listen. Tell that wife of yours, think about how nutty her parents were. If she want that for her kids, she's going to ruin her kids.
Yeah.
You understand? Her parents are nuts, right?
Well, no, not really.
Come on.
I'm serious. Her parents are pretty decent people, actually.
They had to drop the...
a police officer!
That was Jesse.
My God.
Jesse's father's a police officer.
That's what I told you. I told you about those cops.
All right. Jesus Christ. All right. Listen, I don't care about anything but the 3 kids. I really don't. They all want to just hump themselves sick if they
We
want to...
found the problem. Cops' daughters. I knew there was something in there.
Oh, my God. All right. I'm going to get some therapy during the break.
Good.
I suggest you guys join me. Ice-T is here. We'll take a break. We'll be back after this. Yep. It is Loveline. Blink 182 will be in here tomorrow night. Ice-T is in here tonight. Seventh Deadly Sin is the name of the CD. I think we're going to take a call, and then we'll hear another cut off of that CD.
Blink will be on the webcast tomorrow night in Pasadena. If you want to meet them, they're going to be in Pasadena, near behind Jake's on the alley near the Equator Cafe. They will be out there at
You're
street
trying
level.
to get them mobbed, man.
No, we're going to have security and stuff there. So
Those guys got fans.
They'll be out in the alley?
Well, people will be able to come to the alley and watch the webcast, and then they'll be able to meet Blink afterwards.
Okay. I won't be there. Don?
People knew I was here, and there was one guy out there waiting for me that I owe money. That's
Don, you're 17.
Right.
What's going on?
I kind of had a comment and a question. My comment was, I live in Washington, and Dr. Drews was always saying that, you know, it's so easy to get the morning after pill. And it's
easy
really,
by comparison with other states.
well, it was kind of embarrassing, too. I mean, finally when I found some place to get it from, you know, you have to go to this class, and then they sat down with you and they talked to you and they made sure that this is what you wanted to do. And you were saying it's nothing like having an abortion, but it felt as if that's how they were making me feel that way.
And it's a 4-day class.
Where was this?
Right?
Where was that?
Yeah.
It wasn't a 4-day class, but it was a class that you had to go to before you could get it prescribed to you.
What kind of place was that?
It was just a farm. It was actually the only place I could find it was at a grocery store pharmacy.
Well, there's a number you can call 888-NOT-2, 1-888-NOT-TOO-LATE.
Okay.
And they can refer you to pharmacists in your area. I would go to a different pharmacy.
All right, but Don, imagine how bad an abortion would be if that rattled you.
Right. Yeah. Right. But anyway, I got it. And my question was, I did go ahead and go to the class, and I got the pills, and it really made me sick, like really bad.
Sure, can do that.
And I was wondering why it did that.
It's a pretty big dose of estrogen.
Oh, okay.
You can do that.
Okay.
But that's absurd. It's one thing to give patient education and to help make sure you're not using that as sort of contraception as your first line. It's a backup. And to make that point and educate and then give you more of it so you have it as a backup available is how it's supposed to work.
Right.
How long was the class?
It's bizarre.
It was like about 45 minutes.
Of what? What did they teach you?
Well, you know, they asked you a bunch of questions, and you had to sign a bunch of release forms, and then they went into like not the history of the pill, but basically what it was, and she was just talking, and she was giving me an example of how there was this one girl that came in more than once, and she stopped. They put your name on this list, and if you're on the list more than 3 times, or actually more than 2 times, they won't prescribe it to you anymore.
All right. But the good news is you got your slut certification. All right. Well, I know you passed the written, but the oral's coming up, and you want to study for that. All right, Don, good. I'm glad you did the right thing.
Good job.
Right.
God bless you. We've heard some weird stories about this pill.
Yeah.
I don't quite understand it. I'm not sure what the deal is. seems like you can get a prescription and go and get just about any pill, and you don't have a big sit-down. As a matter of fact, if you live out here in Los Angeles, you'll find that you cannot have conversations with the pharmacist because they always come from some bizarre country that I can't figure out where it is. Somewhere between, like, Thailand and Nicaragua is what I'm thinking.
The American Medical Women's Association is advocating that every woman of childbearing age, of reproductive age, have a prescription for the emergency contraception. Period.
We've been hearing these stories about doctors getting religious on chicks and seminars going on and classes being taken. It's kind of bizarre. Everyone has their own story. I wonder.
We got to get behind this thing more. Seriously.
What do you mean we got to get behind this? We've been talking about it for 2 years.
Go to Capitol
Someone's
Hill
got to get behind us.
Yeah.
Let me get behind you. Hold still.
All
right.
Not again.
We're going to, I can't help it, as you wear those, that cologne. It does it for me. Seventh Deadly Sin is the name of the CD. Of course, it's Ice-T's. It came out yesterday. And, well, speaking of the morning after pill, this one's called Always Wanted to Be a Hoe. Oh, man.
That's a functional relationship. We were doing that record, and my girlfriend was telling me, she was like, we were going to do it where we were talking to the girl into doing it, and my girlfriend said, no, make her eager to do it. Let's just show how almost like ridiculous the whole relationship is, out on the streets when you hustling like that. So,
God, that is, it told the whole story beginning to end, or at least beginning of end.
Yeah, the psychological breakdown early in the game, then you meet the cat, and, it's like, I was in the life. I was out there in the life.
But the whole part about, the dad feeling up on her, mom drinking and all that stuff, it is
just,
little
girl voice.
There's nothing truer than that.
Yeah, and it's funny, though, because it's like being from the life, there's a lot of cats out there that would, and I'm not here to promote it anyway, I'm just saying that, there's a lot of cats out there with what they, in the pimp game, they call gorilla pimps. But then there's a lot of people that are very eager to do this. And if you got a cat that's out there that's in that mental state that's like, yo, I want to prey on young kids, or not young kids, but women that want to do that. It's just like if a girl's out to strip.
Right.
And she decides this is what she wants to do. She has to meet a guy that will allow her to do it, or she can't have no boyfriend. She has to meet this particular kind of cat that says it's okay for you to do it.
What's the gorilla pimp?
Gorilla pimp is more like a kidnapper. That's the cat that goes out, takes the girl, gets them high on drugs, and threatens their life. That says, you can't leave me, I'll kill you, I'll find where you... That's gorilla.
That's like the TV pimp.
Right. But most of the times it's a whole nother thing. Most of the girls that are out on the streets doing it think they're really doing it for their boyfriend. That's why the guy says, I'm your boyfriend.
Well, they're
like,
kind of...
your boyfriend, you're giving all your money to this guy?
They're pleasing They're pleasing daddy.
Yeah, you're pleasing... That's what I said. I'm your boyfriend, I'm your daddy, I'm your Mac, So it's an interesting record. We can call it what you want, but it's another Ice-T adventure in the provocative nature of human...
I'll tell you, it's like most songs you can't understand the lyrics. I'm sitting there thinking, what's the next chapter? You know what I mean? It's just, it's like I wasn't really thinking about when it's going to end or how long it was. I was listening to the story.
Yeah.
You ever go to one of those, I know we got to go to break, but you ever go to those pimp conventions?
Yeah. Players ball.
Oh my God, Drew, have you ever seen this?
No.
You've never seen guys with more jewelry and longer coats and bigger feathers sticking out of their hats?
Oh my God.
It is an insane thing. I think they have in Vegas once in a while. Maybe
they got them all over. Heidi Fleiss is out too now, so there's a lot of women pimps too. It's
one thing to see a pimp just on a sort of regular work day. It's another thing when the pimp steps out for a night on the town with other pimps trying to out-pimp the pimps that are showing up. I mean, these guys, they got jewelry on the feather that's coming out of the hat. It's crazy. It's crazy. Like canes, and, you've never seen anything like it. It was like it's out of, like Gone with the Wind. Remember they had the big ball in Gone with the Wind? It's that.
It's fascinating.
Oh, my God. All right, we're going to take a break. Ice-T is here, and we'll come back with more of him and more of your calls after this. Alrighty, it is Loveline. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew. Seventh Deadly Sin is the name of his latest CD. He is Ice-T, and we'll go back to the phones here and speak with Karen.
Hi.
Karen, you're 27.
Yes.
What's up?
I have a medical question.
Yep.
I have inverted nipples,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm considering a surgical correctional procedure. I'm concerned about breastfeeding in the future when I do decide to have children, and in talking this over with my boyfriend, he was wondering about the effect of the sensation to the nipple area, and
If you have the operation?
yeah.
How do they correct the inverted nipple? They turn your boob inside out? How do they do that, Drew?
I've never seen the procedure done. So
I could fix it, Karen. I really could, because your nipple will come out with some coaxing, right?
One of them in particular, yes. The other one, not really, no.
It will not come out.
No.
Even if I had like a Swiss Army knife and some butter, I couldn't get it out?
No.
And that's the one you're concerned about for breastfeeding?
Actually, both of them. I've been told when I go in for my annuals, I've asked my gynecologist, and I've been told that when I do breastfeed, that I shouldn't have any problem.
Right.
All right. So what are you worried about?
Why are you concerned about it?
Cosmetically,
Well, you brought it up in the
it's something that's bothered me.
But you brought it up in the context of breastfeeding.
Right.
But you've been told that it has nothing to do with it.
Pardon me?
But you've been told already that that has nothing to do with it.
Inverted
Right.
look like
I'm wondering if I have,
a navel.
Hold on a second. Inverted nipple looks like you took let's say you took a face and you made it out of clay, right? And you punched it right in the nose, and it smashed the nose in flat.
Right.
That's kind of what the inverted nipple looks like.
It goes in.
Yeah, or it's basically just sort of flat normally, right?
It can flip way in. Sometimes it flips way in.
Does it flip in? Karen, does it flip in?
yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like they're slits and
Yeah. Yeah, you know, again, guys don't mind that. Does your boyfriend have a problem with it?
No, he doesn't. I'm the one that has the problem
But
with
why do you couch it in the context of breastfeeding?
it. Because if I have difficulty in the future breastfeeding, then I don't want to take the chance of even looking into possibly having the surgery.
She's talking about something. She's flipping it around, Drew. You got it 180 degrees off. She's saying she wants the surgery for cosmetic reasons, but she doesn't want the surgery if it's going to affect breastfeeding.
Oh, it's the surgery you're worried about affecting
Right.
breastfeeding.
Okay. All right, Karen, speak to a plastic surgeon or a boobologist or something like that.
I think you got to leave things alone.
All right.
Okay, if I did choose to speak to a plastic surgeon,
Yes.
how would I go about finding someone who's reputable?
Just make sure there's a board certification in either cosmetic or plastic.
And I only know one plastic surgeon. He's a good one, and so my only tip is look for a lot of jewelry. Big gold rope chain bracelets, that Italian horn. It usually means the guy knows what he's doing, right? He's got a very successful practice, puts a certain amount of money into the jewelry. Look for a guy who's got a hair weave, year-round tan, and a lot of jewelry. In the plastic surgery department, that means he's a very successful man. All right. Cindy?
Yes.
You're 27.
Yes.
What's up?
Who am I speaking to?
Who cares? What's going on?
Hi, guys. Hi, ISP. I've not a long time since I heard from you or heard any music from you.
That's right.
Maybe I've been in the closet or I don't know.
Now, I've been doing a lot of television and movies and things like that, but no, we haven't had a record out in a couple of years.
He's been running from Gary Busey. It's time to get to the studio.
I ran into you once at Billboard Live about 2 years ago at that nightclub. It was some premiere. It was some kind of...
All right, he doesn't remember you.
Yeah, I know.
All right, crazy. What's up?
Okay, well, I have a concern. My husband and I have been married for about 10 years now, and we have 2 children. We have the perfect family. We live in the, I guess you could consider it like suburbs of L.A. And about 4 months ago, we were at another club, and we were, of course, intoxicated with beer and drinks and so forth. And we ended up coming home with one of my sister's friends, and I ended up being in bed with her, and or she led me to bed with her. My husband walks in, and all of a sudden it becomes a threesome.
What a surprise. I'm sure he had no idea what was going on.
Well, he probably did, because at the club she was making some moves.
Okay. I was being sarcastic, Cindy.
I know,
Thanks for picking that up. Are you drunk now?
No, I'm not.
You sure?
No, I'm positive.
Oh, I'd like to see Cindy when she's drunk.
What makes you think this is a perfect family you're operating with here?
Well, it was until that happened. That's why I'm
you know what? It's never like that. There was already trouble, but...
All right, so what happened?
We would have the fantasies.
All right, what happened after that?
Well, after that, then we've got, somehow from that point on, we've been, everything comes out now. We have friends that go to swingers clubs, and they've, approached us to join and so forth. And there's a big event going on in Anaheim Hill somewhere.
Big semen drive coming up?
I don't know. Well, no. It's
all right, so you guys turning into swingers now?
Well, I'm not sure if that's where it's leading to. What my question to you is, because of this event or the situation that happened, now I seem to look at women differently than before. I tend to look...
All right, listen, you got 2 kids.
Right.
You've been married for 10 years.
Right.
You guys got to get a little therapy and work out a few problems. We're running out of time, but you got to do it. And by the way, here's the problem with getting married at 17. It's like, hey, I've been with the same chick for 10 years since I was 17 years old. I haven't laid anybody. I wasn't out sowing my wild oats at 19 and 21 like I should have. I don't want to get divorced, so here's the only alternative. We join a swingers club.
But don't feel weird because Dr. Ice says all women are gay, so you're normal.
That's right. I could see that as being like a little drawing of Ice-T with a bubble coming out, and he's wearing like a stethoscope. Dr. Ice says all
women.
Them bitches be gay.
So, yeah.
We'll take a little break. We'll be back after that.
Loveline, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
94.7 NRK.
All right, that's it. We're out of time. Blink 182 tomorrow night, and Seventh Deadly Sin. It is out in stores now. Ice-T, everyone.
If you like it, go buy it. If you hate me, go buy 10 of them and burn them.
That's right, or 20. Thanks, Ice-T. Good seeing you, and I hope we'll see you on the TV soon.
Yeah, go to my website, mcice.com. It's all kind of crazy stuff on there.
All right, thanks for coming in, and until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo.
This has been Loveline. The views expressed on Loveline are not necessarily those of the staff, the management, or the sponsors of this radio station. And are probably not the views of Westwood One Entertainment. Loveline is produced by Ann Wilkins Ingle. Now, please listen to this station.